a certified personal trainer and nutritionist, and today I have a dumbbell yoga sculpting workout. So this is going to sculpt and tone the muscles. You might feel somewhat of an increase in your heart rate because we'll be working multiple parts of the body at once. This causes the heart have to work harder to pump blood to the various parts of the body. So this could be depending on who you are and your heart's condition and how you respond to exercise, like things such as how frequently you do, many variables, but it could go anywhere from 70 to 140 beats per minute. And so it also increases flexibility, is good for balance and for core strength because of the balance. We'll be challenging our intrinsic core muscles and also the type 1 muscles closest to the bone. So the workout begins with a warm-up. We'll do the workout itself, then we'll pull down stretches when we're done. Another thing I'd like to mention is that with the weights, you want to pick lighter weights. So anything from like 1 to 5 pounds. So for me, I'm using 5-pound dumbbells, and I wouldn't really recommend more than that. So anyway, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like to help contribute, you can go to my channel page, and in the About, there's a link for donations. Before we begin, I also have a spirit lifter to share with you. It says, every thought is a prayer. Every thought infused with belief is an answered prayer. And I like this a lot because, well, there's many reasons. Well, I consider myself very blessed because many of my prayers have been answered, if not all of them. And with prayers, they say it takes faith to prosper them. And when you have faith, you open yourself to miracles. So some people don't believe in miracles, and that's fine. I don't want to tell anybody what to believe, but for me, I do believe in miracles, and I have experienced them. And a way to look at this is to think that if it can happen to anyone, if your hopes and dreams can happen to anybody, they can happen for you because we are all equal. And even though you might look from the outside at their life and think to yourself, well, they had this, this, and this, and I don't have any of that. Well, that doesn't matter. And it's also, you cannot judge or you can't decide because you know so very little about them. You can't assume that what they had gave them any sort of advantage. But what you can do is hope and believe for your own prayers and wishes and things to come true. And another thing besides just having faith is having actions that work towards that goal or hope. And sometimes you might not know what to do to get to where you want to be. But any step, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. So with that being said, we'll begin our workout. Our first part of the warm-up are the down dog and the cobra, and we're doing this dynamically or as a sort of dynamic exercise, not really holding in it for very long. And this is to maximize the stretching benefits because for warm-ups, static stretching is not ideal, but it is suitable for cooling down. So we'll begin with our down dog, little stretch, drop down to cobra. So that's 1, and we're going to do it 5 times. And the next part of our warm-up is a hip twister. This is going to loosen up the lower back and hip muscles. So there's 2 ways to do this. You can keep your legs together and drop them side to side, or you can do them apart. So the together will focus more on the lower back and the outside of the hips. When you do them apart, this focus is more on the internal and external rotation of the hip or the inner and outer parts here. So whatever one you like, we'll do that for 10. And then we're on to our first exercise, which is a chair with a curl and press to a warrior 3, keeping our arms up. So you're going to get into your chair, curl, press, stand up, and then go into your warrior 3, trying to keep the arms straight through it. So we're going to alternate for 8. Then we're on to our next exercise, which is going to be a warrior 1 with a front raise to an overhead triceps. So you're going to get into your warrior, front raise, bring your arms all the way up to an overhead triceps and back down. So we'll do 6 on each side. And with any of my exercises on any of my videos, if you would like to add more reps, then you may do so. Then we're on to our next exercise, which is going to be a triangle with a row to a tree with a candlestick raise. So bring yourself into your triangle. Try to keep your back flat if you can. If you can't come all the way to the floor like I'm doing, just go as far as you can while still maintaining a flat back, because that's what's more important when doing the row, not the stretching aspect, because you'll still get a good stretch in your hamstring even if you don't reach for the floor and around your back. So what you're going to do is go do your row, triangle, come up, tree, raise up, and I have to turn because I'll touch my curtain if I don't. So for my tree, raise up, candlestick raise. And we're going to alternate sides for 8. Forgot my row. to our next exercise, which is going to be a runner's lunge to a warrior two with a humble warrior. So this is with the dumbbells, and this is going to increase a little more stretching to the humble warrior. It offers more resistance. So first you begin with your runner's lunge, and then you come up to your warrior two. This works the shoulders, and then you're going to lean back while still controlling your weight. And this is going to offer a stretch and also work the muscles surrounding the rotator cuff. So we're going to do that for a total of 4 and then switch. Then we're on to our last exercise before the cool down. So what we'll be doing is a chair with a pec deck to a warrior three with a reverse fly. So you get into your chair, bring your arms up like a goalpost, rotate your hands in, back out, then you're going to come into your warrior three and reverse fly. So we're going to do that alternating legs for 8. Then we're on to our cool down stretches. So we're going to come into a hero or a kneel, and we're going to start with a twist. This is going to stretch along the lower back. And then before switching, we'll bring one arm up to stretch along the lat and shoulder. Then the lat stretch. And then we're going to do a hip, oblique, and lat stretch. So you're going to lace your fingers, bring your arms up overhead, and then drop your hips from side to side. So alternate for 10. that concludes our dumbbell yoga sculpt. I hope you enjoyed it. Please check out more of my other videos on YouTube on Wellness by Elizabeth, and like, subscribe, and share.